Alright everybody, now if you'll ignore the loud sound of a propane heater, it is about 15 degrees and I'm keeping it about 60 in here and still got my coat on, not quite there yet. So here I have a pile of old hub nuts. Now these are what would be on the outside of the wheel, a lot of the wood spoke wheels from the early 1900s, like turn of the century to about 1930. You'd see these on cars. Then they quickly became obsolete and these actual hubcaps. So this is like a lot of the spoke wheel kind of cars. We got all sorts of cool ones in here, some that you'll probably haven't seen before. We have the Mitchell, a brass Durant. They have a tin one in here as well. A lot of names you already know: Buick, Cadillac, the Dodge Brothers. I got two Dodge Brothers in here somewhere. So a couple of those. Some other brands you don't see very often. This is a little bit heavier one too. This is a Flint. Then we got, I don't actually know exactly what that is yet. I haven't done a ton of research. But if I remember correctly, that's Indianapolis. But they have a patch that has that same style logo for the Indianapolis 500. So I don't know. I'll have to look. So I just got these not too long ago. And there's an Overland. A Pierce. I'm guessing with the arrow through. This was off a Pierce arrow. Absolute shame that that's all banged up. Now these would always stick out a good distance past the wheel. These would actually stick out a good 3 to 5 inches past the wheel depending on how big the hub is. So it's not uncommon for these to be absolutely destroyed, and that's just a shame. Oldsmobile, look at that. Lightweight aluminum. Then we got us a Cleveland. Can we only guess where that car is from? We have a Mitchell, I'm guessing, because I already have a Mitchell. Then we got us a Whippet. Whippet good. Okay, anyway. Let's not go for copyright there. Guess that's another Pierce. That's actually in really good shape, except for a couple little dingers. A brass Overland. Got some good weight to it. Kind of a cool one here, a Rickenbacker. Detroit. Somebody obviously used a hammer and a punch to get that off of there. At least the face is still in good shape. I have no idea what the heck this thing is. Looks cool at least. Not really much of a hub nut because it doesn't thread on there, it pops on. But I'm guessing this is probably late 20s, early 30s. I'll have to see if I can figure out what that is. Strangely enough, there's a John Deere in here. Cast iron, nice and heavy. Makes no sense, it's a car pile. Willys 6. A Willys Knight. And we got us a Page. And that one has some cool coloring to it as well. I don't know why, but it just has an extra sheen of different colors coming out of it. I don't know if this is brass or what. But it's in really good shape overall, except for a couple little dings. Tiny little bit of corrosion inside there. I'm guessing this might be more copper. I don't know. Looks cool. J, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's another Jordan or what, but maybe figure it out one day. Another Flint. Oh yeah, I got two the same. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, there's the Jordan here. I don't know if that's similar or what. Auburn. Pretty cool little one. I don't know if that'd be Studebaker or what, but it has a big S on it. I'm working my way down to the one I kind of like the most here. Another Durant. Pretty cool. Set that down. Don't fall anywhere. An E. No idea. There were a lot of brands that popped up with an E as a name. And I don't know if that's an Eagle or something. Kind of cool. Looked like it got dinged pretty good on the side there. On the face. Kind of a shame. That one's very intricate. Look at that little tag put in there. A Marmon. I did a little bit of Googling, and some of these cars are super slick looking. Oh, Chevrolet, whatever. This one's actually got some good heft to it too. A Lincoln, look at that. Guess that might be pewter? I don't know. Has a good look to it. Probably nickel. I don't know. I don't know any of these things. Star. Nice little one. Absolutely no idea what that is. No information on it whatsoever. My personal favorite vehicle, a Ford. That's not even my favorite one in here. That's just pretty standard. Nash. Shout out to my buddy Eric. He wants to sing pretty bad because his son is named Nash. You might get it, you might not. And we got a Dort, D-O-R-T. I don't know what the hell they were writing in there, but it's a Dort. Oh yeah, it's a Franklin. A Star. That's just a Star 2 I had here a minute ago, wasn't there? Whatever, I don't know. Pretty big one here in Oakland. This has actually got like a grip on the outside too. Pretty heavy one. We got us an Essex. I got another Essex in here somewhere. Right there. Two different ones. Essex Motors Detroit. If you look up some of these car names, they're actually pretty cool looking cars. You know, I love those early turn of the century, you know, beginning of the automobile kind of vehicles. Maxwell. And it was crazy too, there were so many companies that just popped up out of nowhere. Only made a few hundred cars, then either got bought out or just flat out went out of business. So let's see here, we got us a Chandler. That one got scraped it pretty good on the face. And it's interesting too how some of them had their own style compared to a lot of the other big brands. You know, everybody thinks 20's car, they think, you know, the Model T, and then later on they had, you know, some of the really fancy snazzy cars. Cadillac had some really nice ones early on. And but there's so many little car brands and other stuff that popped up that faded out into the ether, and a lot of them faded out after World War I, and then the rest of them were taken out during the Great Depression. Here's Kissel. Pretty cool. Sadly, you got a big old dinger in it. CMC. Have not looked up this one yet. Somebody paid 35 bucks for it. I sure as hell didn't. Another Dodge Brothers. Whatever, Dodge. Badger 6. I think that's a lottery ticket. I don't remember. I think that's a D. I think it might be a Durant. I don't know. Highly doubt it's a Duesenberg. We got us a Hudson out of Detroit, Michigan. Got a big, huge dinger on there. Absolute shame. Now this one here, the final one. And I appreciate you guys hanging out here. This has been a good little video here. This last one is gonna hopefully not throw off the YouTube algorithm. Crit Motor Car. K-R-I-T. And it's supposed to be like this, not like that, like this. Crit Motor Car, if I remember correctly, was founded in like 1908, roughly. I can't remember exactly. Not affiliated with Germany in any way. This was actually, it's like this symbol has been around for thousands of years in different cultures on every corner of the globe. So, and there's actually buildings in New York and Milwaukee and everywhere else where they have these symbols in the brick. Before the National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany, Nazis, used the symbol, this was all over the place. And Crit Motor Car had this. And if you Google it, they had that logo with KRIT. Then they had Crit Motor Car, Detroit, Michigan. And so it was like the white with the black and then the red on the outside. It looked just like one of the buttons that the Third Reich used but this is not affiliated with those people in any way, shape, or form. They started in 1908, and they went all the way through, I think it was 1913 or 1914 they went out of business at the start of the war. So, kind of a cool little piece. I had these out on display earlier, and I had a friend over. He saw this and he's like, "Oh, you got that off a Nazi car, huh?" It's like, no, actually, it's an American company. It's actually pretty slick. Definitely a conversation piece. So that's the collection of hub nuts I recently acquired here. And I'm going to be going through the process of kind of giving them all a quick cleaning, nothing too drastic. And they're probably going to get put up along the top here. I'm going to redo this light, something different, and put them all along there. I already decided to hang up all my hubcaps. Got some other goofy ones. These are all just standard hubcaps. I got a Crosley, a Studebaker, and what the hell is this other one here? A Graham that I have to put up yet. But Studebaker, DeSoto, Terraplane, Hudson's, Hupmobile, that's a pretty cool one. Ford, Lafayette. A couple other trailers. There's a Lincoln way down over there. That's a bunch of really cool little hubcaps. So, kind of in that stage where I'm making room and at the same time putting up decorations. But thanks for hanging out and watching this video here. And there's going to be a lot more stuff coming up here. I kind of mentioned it in the other one because I finally am settled down for the winter. Everything's put away that needs to be put away. Car, motorcycle, the other car, the camper, everything else it's all done. We're good. So now the remainder of my winter is going to be spent in here, welding, grinding, building mini bikes. I got customer machines to work on. I picked up another mini bike yesterday. This is a pretty small garage, so it packs in pretty quick. So I got a lot of projects, and I'll be rotating stuff in and out all winter. And they also mentioned the Lennox kitty track and everything else. So I'm going to kind of try hitting more of a scheduled thing here, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to be shooting for Wednesdays and Saturdays is what I want. But we'll see how well that pans out. And I might throw some other random tidbits in during the week. Kind of little short ones as I do something goofy. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.